So what is different now than 24 hours ago? Where do we go from here? Let's ask former U.S. diplomat Jim Jatras. Welcome.
Holland, good to be here.
What happened today, and what do we expect to hear more and less of? Is this Russia, Russia, Russia hysteria going to dissipate, or are no minds changed?
Well, to start with the good news, hurrah for the red, white, and blue. It was nice to see the flags there, the two presidents. I thought the press conference was excellent. Both of them were at the top of their game. There clearly is a desire on both sides to try to get us out of this very dangerous trough in relations we're in. But I think Trump is fighting every step of the way, not only against the press corps, against the Democrats, against most of the Republicans, and I think even against most of his administration. He's got a tough road to hoe. As Anya mentioned, all this parroting about collusion. I didn't see one news report, and I was been watching the media today, not one news report that picked up on what they said about the DNC server and the fact that the FBI still hasn't looked at it. People take this hacking story as proven fact, and of course it isn't. And but this is the backdrop against everything they're trying to do.
She really put us in the room with the press corps when she used the word parroting. And earlier today, Ron Paul said essentially the same thing, that American media only tries to vilify Russia. Listen.
We believe here in this country that Trump has advice. It's not necessarily the best. I think he has good instincts. I think he was very sincere today. I think it was all very positive. But you also mentioned so far in this program about the American media, and that is a big problem because for some reason they're almost unanimously endorsing the idea that we have to have an enemy. And at this point, especially for the last 20 years, they've been working very hard to make Russia the enemy. And I think this is wrong, and it's not the Democrats alone that do this. It's the Democrats, and along with some disgruntled Republicans who they just don't like Trump.
Wall of sound. Obviously, actions speak louder than words, and despite the love fest with the Kim Jong-un meeting, there seems to be a little that's come of that. What'll it take to change anyone's mind?
There's some minds you're never going to change, Holland. I think the important thing to keep in mind here is this. As with the Kim meeting, the mere fact they were able to have the summit, I think, is a very important thing. But this is all coming from Trump himself. He has precious little assistance on this, except maybe from the tens of millions of deplorables who voted for him. And he ran on a platform of wanting to improve ties with Russia. The trouble is whereas Vladimir Putin is the master in his own house, if he gives an instruction to the Russian government, it will be carried out. I'm not sure Trump really can do that if he gives an order, say, on what we're going to do in Syria, in terms of standing down from support of some of these terrorist groups, or deconfliction in southwest Syria between the Israelis and the Iranians. Will his instructions be carried out? I'm not sure they will be.
Presidents Trump and Putin seem to agree to disagree about Crimea. What happens next there?
Hopefully nothing. That could be the best circumstance. Some people have suggested the formula is similar to the one we had with the Baltic states in the Soviet Union, where the United States made a point of formally saying we do not recognize them as part of the Soviet Union, and that was that. We carried on business as usual.
Thank you, Jim Jatras.
Thank you.
Former U.S. diplomat.
Hey YouTube, thanks for checking out our channel. We hope you enjoyed the video. We have tons of content for you just like this. For more of RT America's one-of-a-kind news and analysis, be sure to subscribe and never stop questioning more.